Test, 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 test. Yep, we have sound.
So we have one viewer. Thanks for joining in. This is Paul Douglas with Nate Holm. This is draw 8 of the Golden Handle. We'll give you the team lineups here shortly, as they're just starting to take the ice now. Getting ready, giving little fist bumps and good curlings all around. So on sheet A, we have Team Simia versus Team Zakin. On, let's see if we can see sheet B.
AJ against Ryan.
Team Heidi versus Team Hippias. So, and then on C, we have Team Finkelstein
From Bucks.
from Bucks County. And then what is that, Plainfield?
Monica Lynn, it's a Bucks Plainfield team, so.
Yep, so these should be fairly competitive. I believe these are all undefeated teams, I believe.
No, the two outside ones are the A event. The B event is the middle sheet.
Very good. All right, Nate's on top of this. So maybe it's because his wife is curling on the middle sheet, so he already knows.
Yep.
So feel free to join in with any questions you might have for us. And we are currently broadcasting to no one, Nate.
We are talking to ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know why that does that. It picks up the feedback. We changed that. That's the volume that we go out with. So
Okay.
there's something on there that.
Hey, what's this noise?
I really don't know. I don't know how we changed that back one, but we're fine.
So I have to impose presidential prerogative here.
Well,
Me and Paul want to do Sagan's
Oh,
game.
I don't care. I can jump off and you can do it with Nate. That's
You wanna
fine.
do
I mean, currently we have no viewers right now.
Well, that's always good. No viewers is. I do
So.
my best work in front of no viewers.
Yeah, you can join in. That's
no,
fine.
it's fine. Go ahead. That's all right. What's that? Go ahead. Sorry.
okay, so we have our first rocks just being delivered. Sheet C has a rock that looks as though just short. Minute scar, but overcurled slightly so. Sheet B, red looks to be going slightly top house. And sheet A, the guard is successful. So it looks as though yellow is hammer on sheets C and B, and A is hammer. Sorry, red is hammer on A.
Okay. Just lowering it in our own ears here a little bit.
Yeah. You still hear me in my ear?
Oh, I hear you fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. See if anyone's joined us in yet. And no, none. But
I can tell my mom she'll join in and
well,
watch Kristen.
what people do is they go back and watch us later as well. So we're broadcasting for the future viewers as well, because this stream will be live into perpetuity. So we're just beginning the first ends. Houses are being set up. A lot of guards are being put up. And it looks to be somewhat traditional in its play right now. So traditionally the first end ice is a little bit slow. They did just do a scrape, and so we have a scrape with a brand new pebble. So that does affect, the play will be a little bit different than it was this morning. So we have a lot of clubs represented coming in from a number of different places around the Northeast, and it's a great mix. You know, a full slate. We got to give props to Jen and Sean Cummings for their hard work on this Golden Handle. Really kind of brought it back from back to its glory days, I guess what I'll say is. So warm room is full with people eating and drinking and chatting, having a good time.
So looking around the houses, yellow has a shot in play, pretty open. So Ed's looking to hit and roll on this one. B, red is shot rock right now. Ryan is trying to hit it in lie 2 with hammer. C is just an empty house.
So sweepers are on this pretty hard on sheet A, looking to take the yellow shot rock off.
It's going to hit it. It's going to roll a bit too far. It's going to stay in though, but back 12.
Okay.
Removes it, does the job. This is light on sheet B. Very light.
And then we still have an open house on C. The call is for a draw behind centerline guard.
Probably. Mark is hitting that one in the back 12, which is interesting.
And hits and spills out. So now we have an open house on A. I think Mark was fine with that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get rid of backing, but I mean, I know it's first hand ice. You got 2 guards up there. Go for a little draw top 4. Forget about the one in the back of the house. Be a bit aggressive.
So AJ has his second put up a centerline guard, which Ryan will promptly peel. Calls for the peel of that guard that was just placed on B. Open up the center line.
You do not play the winner of this game. So we have to, let me look to see.
So on A, there's red just put up a back 12, which Mark is asking.
Nice peel there on B.
Is that Jen?
Yeah,
in for Liz?
Jen's in for Liz.
Okay. Makes a very nice takeout and just spills out. So we have an open house on A, but job well done. AJ's calling for another guard after the peel on sheet B. And sheet C, there is a lot of traffic up front. And that was a little bit light on the tap up for red. And so Team Finkelstein is, they're going to try and tap up their center line yellow. No, what's the call? Call is for a white. No, I don't know what he's calling for here. Yeah, calling for the tap up on C. So Ed on sheet A keeps calling for rocks in the house. They're all behind the tee line, and Mark Zakin is calling for all peels to keep that house open.
Nice shot there again by Jen.
So Team Finkelstein does execute the tap up to the top 12. So yellow is sitting 1 now on C. And looks like the call. is for a draw behind. We lost our. Oh, we're back. We're back live now.
Okay.
Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of a technological issue there. So it's a very nice open hit on C. Well swept, well thrown, good team effort. So yellow is sitting 2 on C. Yellow is sitting 1 on B. And yellow is sitting 1 on A. So
Red's sitting 1, maybe 2. I think it's 1 now for B.
Oh, you know what? There is the red behind the yellow
Yeah.
there. Thank you for that, Nate.
I think it's just 1 now. Kristen kind of tapped it up, which is not the worst. And they were trying for peel. She was a little bit wide, and she still tapped the yellow into the red. And
So join in on any of our viewers that are
wow,
out there.
11 viewers now.
Yeah, so if you have any questions at all about what we're doing here at Nutmeg, please ask us. Tell us where you're joining in from. We'd love to hear from you. So we're on sheet A. We're down to skip rocks. Sweepers are on it hard on A, trying to bring this rock into the house and play a takeout. Does and rolls nicely behind the centerline guard. It's deep in the house, but it is guarded.
AJ shot his away on B, trying to guard up. Mr. Stefan.
So we have Danny Lynn watching from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us.
I like the perpendicular versus vertical house there. One's lined up this way, one's lined up that way.
Yeah.
So Team Zakin's second. Skip rock is off, looking for
Draw down to it.
just a heavy draw down to it. Sweepers are now just on it, trying to bring this down. It's by the guard.
It's looking nice.
And
Get it there.
Sweepers are working this hard to try and get this.
Get it
just
there.
touching the 4-foot.
Nice draw there for shot, possibly.
Possibly. It's really
It's
hard
hard.
to tell. We don't have an above view, but
Our field reporter, Mr. Stefan, is reporting. I think it still might be 1 red.
so we have first skip rock on B, which is Team Heidi. So Ryan is just delivering that rock, and the call looks like for a draw. Sweepers are on it.
Looks a little light.
Yeah, that'll serve to just be a guard at this point, but he's... So Craig Stephan got waylaid. So we don't know.
This looks like for 1. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think they just said 1, so I did have to draw the 4-foot 1. 2? Oh, it's
Okay.
it.
So Team Simia took 2 in the first end.
Well, Zakin wasn't counting.
Yeah, that was 2 reds.
Okay.
It's a nice shot there on B. C, sorry. To lie
C's.
two.
Yellow does have hammer.
A on B is just trying to plug something up the other side.
A little bit of
Looping Louis.
looping Louis over on in the warm room.
That's a hog on B, so heavy draw. I mean, this straight draw's there. It's a tough draw, but
Yeah, it needs to be full 4 foot to be counting 1. It looks like he's at least drawing against 1. It may be 2. It's hard for us to tell. Bucks County with their last rock on C.
I think he's calling an in off his own yellow. The way that broom is. That's because that's a lot of broom for to get to the 4 foot.
It looks very light. Sweepers are really trying to keep this line. But it looks like red team is going to take 2 on C. So we got both A and C. Red has taken a 2-0 lead. And the last rock for B is for Ryan Heide. He's in the hack. Looks like just an open draw against, like we said, either 1 or 2. So first end, open draw. This is really a lot on the front end, judging that weight. It's in the front end, first end, you really don't know. That is not a draw. That's an in off.
Yeah.
It looks a little wide. So that will be either 1 or 2 for red.
1 or 2, yeah.
On this side, on that side, I've never seen so many draws just sail right on. But they hit there.
So we have not seen the score put up yet on B. As soon as they do, we'll alert you of that. But you can see that on the stream anyway. And it was 2.
2.
So it's 2s all around on all 3 sheets. Red scored 2 on each of the first ends. So Team Zakin put their first lead rocks were in and were just taken out. So there appears to be a biter. Red just biting back 12 on A. Nice centerline guard put up for Plainfield's team.
Yeah.
See?
They wanted it a little bit further across. It still does its job, but it's a little bit the wrong side of the center line there. Going for the hit there, which AJ's fine with because it keeps an open house. I mean,
Right.
it's hard, but you gotta ignore those shots. Put up your guard and play away from the center.
So it's what I'm learning a lot is on my Thursdays, trying to skip, being a new skip is realizing it's really hard to score without guards, right? So you wanna score, you got to put something up to hide behind.
Especially now the way their ice is moving, you can get stuff, and it forces teams to then, even if they got stuff in the middle, it forces them to play to the outside. And Just takes pressure off you with hammer.
Here's what I want. He's like, oh, no, we have a record like shiny. Here's what I want. What I want to do, you and John.
I mean, this one's here is now back 12. You should put something either a guard or yep.
It's like Ryan was listening to us, right? So on C, they're trying to bring down another red. Looks
Really nice.
Yeah, that'll be behind the guard, just at T
Little
line.
popped out.
Okay.
It's like edge on edge.
And we were talking about, I think I was telling
A little bit heavy there on
when we were in South Carolina,
A.
there was one easily ranked like 6 feet, right? And he's like, oh, no. He's like, and I'm like, no, he's it. And I don't think Frank has really seen this movie.
It's going to be just biting on
And I'm like, no, you don't understand.
B, which is fine.
Yeah. I'm like, you don't understand.
I mean, AJ will ignore that. Puts up the guard.
He's got like steroid muscles, okay? He's got like the full.
I love 2 years ago that you were playing. I was watching. This is so ridiculous.
Right, yeah.
And I didn't even realize you were there, but I heard the there, not realizing. Not realizing it. And I was like, oh,
I'm like, all you have to do is yell at Howie a little more. No, it's the key effect. Because that's kind of where I learned from Keith. The louder you yell, you better scream that much harder. Well, Keith would like insult you. Well, I'm much more polite.
It's a nice guard there on B.
Yeah, that works well because it's just out counting the yellow. It serves a purpose, and so immediately Ryan will look to remove that rock. Keep that middle open.
Where like we were talking about cleaning the ice here. Like when the rocket's on the
Rocket's on his way. Sweepers are close. They're on it now.
even in the beginning to be like, let me not even the first ski. Right. Like let me get us there. You need a guard. You look at
Just overcurled.
they're across the hog line like full on. Yeah.
that's a great part of what small.
Ice is definitely beginning to move, which is a good sign. Yeah, that's the right call there. You got to peel that on C.
I am learning a lot, and it was so helpful when it would come out and it would be a little slower, and you would say, first here, pick it up.
And I also think, like, even between last year and this year, he hasn't played as much between last year and this year. But I also think you're reading the last game was
Just executes the peel on C. So
might have gone where but I was looking at
Vibrating each other over there.
she's doing most of the vibrating. I just picked up a little there you go. Where that still needs to be. I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I don't even have to worry about it. There were a couple of rocks where it was like, oh, we're much cooler than your stuff. We're like, oh, that's super slow. It's not that. And halfway on the ice, maybe it's alright. It's like,
Nice shot there.
that's what it was on this side.
So red's still lying 1 on B, but yellow now have 2 counters in the top of the house.
and it looks like C's content to just pile up rocks. The red is
Yeah, they tried. They were calling for guard, and it's just running. There's still not a bad spot there. I mean,
Like, there were a couple times where he's sitting there, just said, one of the team members said something that was supposed to be a draw.
AJ calling for a takeout at the front yellow, which a little bit aggressive. I would just draw around it.
a very nice draw by Ed Simia on A. Very nice, well swept. Great line call. That was very nice rock. So red sitting 2 on A in a nice position.
It did its job. Actually got a nice rollover, so it kind of covers that one a bit. Ryan, you got to just clean out that front again.
Decent amount of high guards still. Thank you, thank Howie. Okay. I mean, it's like, oh, high guard. I'm like, yeah, that's Howie. That's Howie.
So he's called for a tap here from Kristen on B. Looks nice, but it might be a little tight, a little down. Yeah, it's just going to guard, unfortunately.
Well, and that's the two sides of the sheet really screwed me because it's.
So AG's now going to call for a tap on the other side.
Oh, it's a nice rock by Zakin. Well done. Very nice on A. A mock cheer goes up from the crowd.
That was a tight port to get through.
It was. So now Ed's going to have to try and do the same thing. There is a jam, so, but Mark will have his last rocks. On C, it looks like we have a field goal, and that's unfortunate.
There's another tap there for Red, so Red's lying 2 now on B.
So Ryan's calling for a hit of one of the red rocks in the house on B. It's a tight port, but it looks like it's open pretty well. If they hit the broom, they at least will cut red down to 1. And Chris just catches the guard.
Leaves in an okay spot though.
So it does open it up a little bit. He's got a couple of tap backs you can use. So I didn't see what happened on A, but yellow is still sitting shot, and they have hammer rock coming up here.
I think it came short.
Oh, and it opened up. It's wide open for an open draw, right into the 4-foot for Zakin.
I think it must have clipped the red or something in.
Right. So Mark has this open shot for 2 to tie. Red just put up a guard on C. So that takes any run back away from yellow. Zakin's shot is off on A. Sweepers are not on it yet. They're watching it. Now they just came down. They got to go.
It looked pretty light.
Now, it may have been, Jen may have held them off on the line.
Oh, it's actually very good. Wow, our ice is running today. Oh, it's crashed.
So that is 1 for yellow. So they can cut the lead in half, 2 to 1 after 2 ends on A.
Sheet A is so hard to look at across the ice from here. The angles just don't line up.
No. So see if we got any questions here. We do not, but we're up to 15 viewers. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions for Nate or I, any comments, let us know where you're viewing from. That would be great. Where's your home club, or the people you're watching? What's their club? We'd love to hear that. And we've got some good play. Draw number 8. We have 2 more draws after this tonight. And then a packed day tomorrow, Saturday.
They're sitting 4, and he's okay, great. We win by 2. I know. You know what?
So, first yellow skip rock is off on C. Sweepers are on it.
is
And it looks
crashing.
like it just catches the guard, so it'll open that up again and push their yellow rock upwards a little bit. But I don't know if it cut down red at all. But so red's going to want to put up another guard.
Ryan's going for a very wide draw here on B. He's got the broom outside the 12-foot, trying to get inside the 8-foot.
This is his first rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
First rock.
You're going to be throwing on this line control.
Sweepers are not bothering with that. They must think it's heavy. Yeah, trying to push it a little bit, but it appears to be wide.
It's close. Very unlucky. I think just a touch less weight and he would have been okay.
Everybody just throw it to the house. Throw it to the house. But it's all warehouses. There's no one that actually lives there.
It's like the Vatican.
Population have not been playing this game as much.
When do you play tomorrow?
You taking off, Mike?
You want to double from it?
What's that?
You gonna run?
Yeah.
Text me.
El Presidente Mike DiPolo's leaving the house, so thank you, Mike, for your scrape and ice work today. So a guard was not executed by Plainfield on C. There is an open hit to maybe cut red down. I don't know how yellow scores here. Not sure. But we'll see. And so, yeah, right. So Team Plainfield they're feeling it a little bit. They're having a little fun out on the ice, which is good. That's what we're supposed to be here for, is have some fun. And
Canoe.
right. So AJ's skip rock is off on B. Sweepers are leaving this alone. Now they're just sweeping it now, probably trying to guard that draw path that Ryan just came down, and that looks to be well executed.
Yep.
So that takes that away from Ryan. He's going to have to do something different now, come the other direction. So yeah, Chris is giving the vice for Team Heidi's giving a wide broom. Bucks County, their skip rock is off. It looks a little wide.
Wide and pretty hot.
So it does not. No, it does not cut red down. So red appears to take 3, maybe 4. I can't tell.
I think it's 4.
No, do not invoke
At least 3. I think 4.
right now. That man.
I mean, he didn't even measure, and it looked from the overhead. It looked like 4.
Right. So that will be a commanding lead for Plainfield's team. I was leaning back so I could see on that. Thanks. Sorry about that, Siri. And so Ryan Heidi's rock is off. Sweepers are on this pretty heavy right away, trying to get his last rock, and
It's close.
it's really got to go. Sweepers really worked this hard, but unfortunately it comes up too light, and red takes a couple on B.
2 more for red. That was a nice try.
On A, we have a wide open house. We got nothing anywhere on A. So,
We must have just been hitting each other out.
right. So we're on.
Or hogging. Or throwing everything through.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think we saw any hogs. I think it was just a combination of hits. So on A, we've got, looks like we're still going to have an open house.
There goes something slightly through an A, so maybe that sheet's just running because
It sounds like a lot of
So Danny Lynn is cheering for Bucks County on sheet C. So they cheer for them very hard because they need all the support they can get at this point. But it's early. It's only in the third end.
No, she's what Monica is from Bucks as well. It's a Bucks playing field team, so it's Bucks playing field against a full Bucks team, I believe.
Oh, I see. Right.
So Monica's
I got it. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining. So it's amazing how much different the ice plays after a scrape.
So there's a nice corner guard up for yellow on B. They need to start getting a few multiples to get back into this.
Got it. So the skip is Monica Lynn. That makes sense. Got it. Thank you.
How long does that last? So clear. Only on the ice.
Only in the ice.
So what we found is there are a lot of mixed teams that come and put teams together from multiple clubs. And so as an example, for those that are listening, we have teams there, some are just, our local Nutmeg team or just Bucks County, but then there's Nutmeg Broomstones, Nutmeg Norfolk, Potomac, Albany, Ardsley, Belfast, Triangle, Long Island, Nutmeg Plainfield, Plainfield Nutmeg, Bucks County Plainfield, so Merrimack Valley. So coming from all over the place, but this is, looks like there's some good friends have joined in together from various clubs to come out here, and I think that's fantastic. You curl long enough, you make a lot of friends from a lot of different clubs.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a little heavy there on Katya's draw.
Yeah, to say that John Trader has a unique sweeping style would be an understatement. It seems to work for him, though.
Yeah.
Low center of gravity, working hard at it, and it doesn't look comfortable, but it works for him. So.
All your shots.
Yes, confusing. There's a lot going on. Thank you, Danny.
I've had the chance. Yes. You all three, you didn't miss all your shots. But the job is skip.
It's a nice draw there on B.
Very nice, yeah.
Looks as though Ed is now line one on A. So Mark has got to draw down to it.
So for those that don't know that are watching, so Team Zakin, which is Mark and his wife Rana, have teamed up with a couple of Nutmeggers, and Mark was a Nutmeg member and Rana as well for a number of years, and just recently moved to Charlotte, and so now he's curling out of Charlotte, and that's a
nice
beautiful draw by Mark,
yeah.
Well swept, very nice. So Mark is very excited. Mark and Ron are very excited to come back to Nutmeg and join in with Rick Sheridan and Liz Brown, although Liz is not on the ice right now, so Jen Cummings has joined in. So you have a mixture of Nutmeg and Charlotte, Mark and Ron are returning. So pretty excited there, playing against Ed Simia, which is an all Ed Simia with, that's a mixed team, I believe,
yeah, it's a major mixed team. Philadelphia Nutmeg.
So, but Ed plays all over the country. He does mixed doubles, travels, so he's made a lot of friends quite all over the place. So here's where we are. Yellow sitting one without hammer. We're at Skip Rocks on A. On B, we have red without hammer sitting shot, and we're at Vice Rocks. And then on C, we have red with 3 rocks in, and they also have their without hammer. So A and C are both looking for a steal. Vice Rock is off on B, looking for a peel. Sweepers are on this, and
Nice peel. When it gets a tap up, which is okay.
it's a tap up, which sets up a nice little run back.
Oh,
maybe.
look at that just spin though.
Yeah. Well, it does leave that shot rock open. So that was a well executed peel. Same thing happened on A. Ed peeled the guard, and so now the shot rock for Zakin is left totally exposed.
With Ed line 2, 2-3. So
Yeah, so a guard is of primary importance here. And then on C, red just continues to pile rocks in the house. And why wouldn't you? At this point, you're up 6.
Yep.
So you just really put the pressure on Team Finkelstein and just pile rocks in.
Do it, coward.
Oh, you're done. It's
I
over.
know.
It's over.
So we got Zakin and Mark and Jen are conversing about what the call is on A. Looks like Mark wants either he's going to hit, which is probably not a bad idea. If he hits and stays, there's a jam. If they try and take the yellow out, they could jam on the back red. So I don't know what the play is, but you know what? It's hard to see here, but it is guarded. That outer 8-foot rock is guarded, so looks like he's going for a draw as a guard, or just put another one right in the house, right on top of it. Now, if he can freeze to that wouldn't be so bad, would it?
yeah.
But hold on, can I just say one thing? We're gonna have to eat. I haven't stopped paying attention. That's why I figured I would say it, because I could see the Metropolis.
I think a little wide by Kristen.
Yeah, it's a little bit wide. Yeah.
It's nice weight, just wide. It's a tough shot. This one's moving here on C. Look at it just move.
Listen, I still have this much left and another beer coming in.
It gets out though.
Yep. So job done for.
So here goes Mark Zakin's final rock in the 3rd. Line 1 currently, but definitely got to get something in here to outcount our. It's passed. It's down to the back one.
You know what?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. It really is.
So line 2, I don't see how both go.
Well,
you're definitely going to lose the back one, so there's maybe a shot for 2 here for Ed, but he's going to try it.
Looks like Team Jaeger's drinking already. Not Team Jaeger, but David Jaeger. He's having a good time out here right now, and so both Nate and I have had the opportunity to play against David and Julie Jaeger a few times out of Bucks County. They're good people.
Very good people to play against.
Good people to play against, and very competitive, competent curlers. We had an opportunity to play against them in Ardsley earlier this year. Actually, last year it was at the Cool Duck, right?
Yep. This looks a better rock here on B. Oh, still just went past.
No, it's past the guard, and it looks like it will remove at least 1 red. Yeah, just the 1 red.
I didn't see what happened on A.
I missed that as well. What are we doing? I didn't hear any cheers go up, but I'm going to go find out what happened on A.
Rona's going up, so they must have scored.
We got to make sure we're ready. Now I have to find out why is yellow playing so bad.
No, sorry.
They're losing 6-0. We are not losing. Yellow is.
Ed is up, so Ed must have got at least one.
So the guy I was chatting with before, he's winning. All right, so let me see there. The losers. How's it going? It's going well.
So Ed executed the double, and he took at least 2, maybe 3.
So AG actually put something a little bit deep and allows a hit and roll here by Ryan.
So wait. So then you yell at him?
Sheet C. Red is lying 3 still. So yellow definitely in a lot of trouble early.
Looks like the call is for an open draw to the 4-foot
Yeah,
barrier.
I mean, the 4-foot's still open, so.
Yeah, so Simi put up a 3 spot, made a nice double, so I'm told.
All the time. Well, actually, only when they're playing. Only when it's girls.
It's very narrow by Ryan on B.
Otherwise, you're just generally cursing.
So red is still sitting 2. Oh, excuse me, sitting. It's hard to tell if it's 2 or 1 on B.
I think it's 2. Yeah, because that's biting, and that one's not. I'd say it's 2 red.
So, and then on C, there's an open hit of 1 of the yellow. It's wide open, which might be shot rock.
I think it looks pretty close to it. No, the red number 1. Red's still 1, I think, in the back of the house.
So we don't have the benefit of overhead cameras. We do in the warm room on the televisions above the glass, but not on our stream. And I don't understand how that's possible. But
This one's just hanging on sheet C here. It just keeps still going out.
okay, so what we don't know is who is shot on C.
I think it's 1 red. Pretty certain. Because yeah, they're now using that in off. So they wouldn't be going for an in off if it wasn't. AJ is throwing up a guard on B. If he kind of gets it anywhere close to the area, then I really don't know what Ryan's doing to try and score one here.
Well,
I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. And when I started telling myself, this way when I go through, it's a little easier for me to remember. Here. Oh, I'm a lot of times going by and just react. No, I think it's this, I think it's this. But now I'm trying to tell myself it's this.
Ed is sitting 2,
Enjoying a third one in.
and Red is throwing another rock. Looks like he's calling for that in the house. Skip rock off for Bucks County on C. Sweepers aren't on it at all.
I think they might miss this. Bats hit it more sideways.
So it looks like Red takes 2 on C. Yes.
This is close, but Ryan. Can at least remove it. So it cuts Red down to 1. So AJ takes a 5-0 lead. We have an 8-0 lead
On C.
on C. And 5-1 on A. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Already psyching myself out because I don't want it to do it. So I'm like, all right, I was kind of going to be like, okay, you know what? I got 2 ounces in this one. They will call that shot 50.
It's well swept on by Red on C to get that into the house, put a little bit of pressure. So Mark Zakin's calling for a draw to the button on A by his vice Jen. She is out of the hack, and rock is on its way. Sweepers are telling Mark to wait. Now they're on it. Line is called. It looks a little bit light, but they're really working this hard. But I have a feeling this might just come up a little bit light and serve to be a guard. It is. So that's a 2 guard on A. On B, another, it's a corner guard. So they're setting the houses up on B and C. It's a beautiful, beautiful draw by Team Simia. It just trickles through. So that leaves an open draw again for Mark. He'll call for that shot again by his vice Jen. Team Hippias puts a rock in the house that'll have to be probably removed by Ryan, although he may, yes, he's calling for the draw behind the corner guard. He needs a crooked number in this 4th end. So can't score without guards, so and if you have them, you might as well use them. So Jen comes up a little bit short on her throw, just gets it just touching top 8. Really wanted to get that to the button. Katia for Team Heidi throws a nice rock behind that corner guard. A little bit behind the tee line, but nonetheless a nice rock. AJ's going to leave that alone and try and draw behind his own red. Thanks, Brian. You are translating Nate's You know, I didn't know that Scots were marblevores, but apparently they are, because that's all I hear is marble mouth with Nate, and we love him, but I have the hardest time understanding him. And he's a physical education teacher for elementary kids. I have no idea how they understand him. But he is passionate about curling, there's no doubt about it. So Ed's rock is off. They waited, and swept that right to the top four. Nicely done. As Jack Miller would say, Zakin is in a spot of bother at this point. He does not have a lot of good options. We've got Team Simia is sitting 3. Mark might try and run back that yellow, just biting top 8. That looks to be the call. Might be a double raise now that I'm looking at it. So AJ's calling for a takeout. I think he wants to remove at least one or more of Team Heidi's yellow rocks. And the rock is off on B. Sweepers are jogging alongside it, so it's got pretty good pace. AJ's calling for a sweep. It is in the guard, and it executes a takeout nonetheless. So that was fortuitous for AJ. On sheet C, we have a nice run back takeout. Yellow does, so yellow's sitting 2 right now. They're totally exposed. So the call is for a takeout. If John Trader can execute that, then Red will be in a pretty good spot. Team Heidi's looking to split the house, is that right? Yeah, a little bit of a draw, come around behind the center line guard, and put 2 rocks in the house split. Looks like it's very good weight. It is totally buried behind the guard and just biting 4-foot. Nicely done. That's a good rock. Trader's rock takes out a yellow, so red is sitting 1. And immediately Finkelstein calls for a takeout right back. Simi is still sitting 3 on A. Looking to put up a guard. Although that's a tight broom for a guard, so he may throw up weight. Julie Yeager's rock is off on C. Sweepers are on it. And that is a nice takeout. No roll, but effectively does its job. On B, the heavy draw there for Hippias just comes up as a centerline guard. So yellow is sitting 2. And Ryan is looking at, he's not sure. He hasn't put his broom down yet, so I don't know what his call is. But the call on C is for another takeout, so for Trader to hit that and take out another yellow. And just play a war of attrition over on C. And that's very well done. That'll hit and stay. A little bit of a roll, actually very nice. Rolls underneath the corner guard. So on B, a guard is put up. I'm not sure that was the call. I just think that it ended up being there. And then on A, looks like the call is for a run back for Zakin to throw some up weight and run his yellow back. And this is skip rock, so we need something good to happen here. Sweepers are on it almost right after the hog line. They're staying on it. It just came off now. Is that a good sign? And no, it catches red instead of yellow. So red, Simia takes 3. So that is a commanding 8-1 lead on sheet A. Sheet B is 8-0. And so those are, they all appear to be somewhat lopsided. So for Team Hippias, there's it is going through. So it was a great line. It was just a little bit overthrown. So that's all good. So eight. Heidi is sitting 2. They still have a couple. They still have what do they have? 1 more Vice Rock and then 2 Skips Rocks. So Heidi's given a very wide broom. Looks like he wants a draw around the wide corner guard. So Chris will oblige. This is the toughest weight, though, because it could be frosty out there. And so the sweepers are on it quickly, working this hard. It looks like it's going to crash a guard. And it doesn't have enough. It didn't have enough pace to push anything in. It just creates a little bit more traffic up front. So we have Skip Rock. So Monica Lynn's in the hack now, and she's delivering, and Rock is off. Took a little bit of a spill on the delivery, but the execution is well done. So the concentration, nicely done, well swept, and so yellow may be sitting 1 right now, but it worked. So that worked nicely. Yes. So John Trader's giving a little high sign there, a little congratulations. So good concentration to slip out of your delivery, but still maintain that rock position out of your hand and still execute. Well done. So it looks like Julie Yeager is calling just a little bit of a tap up of their yellow. Maybe get that behind the guard. They'd really like to get on the scoreboard. Looks like so we've got Skip Rocks on B, and this is really the one, where we are right now. This is the one game that still has a turning point that can happen. So if Heidi takes 2 or 3 here on this end, we've got a game. So stay tuned for a turning point. Finkelstein's rock is off. Sweepers are on this, hoping to get, has enough pace just to do a little corner raise. Looks like it's going to be well done. Right to top 4. I mean, there is a red run back there that can happen, but that was good team effort there. Well thrown, good line call, and the sweepers were on that. And I like to see that where all 4 players are involved in a shot. On B, red is off. It's on a guard, and it did not push anything in. But there is an angle raise for Ryan, or straight tap back on the other side to put a third rock in. So Heidi's looking at putting up a big end if he can. So the call here is for Monica to just a heavy draw and try and chip that yellow rock. That's what it looks like. So, and on B, we've got Chris for Team Heidi is right at the edge of the sheet trying to do a draw around. And I would think if it over curls, can still work a tap up of one of their yellow guards. Monica's rock is light. So that leaves a tap up. So either it's an open draw, so Julie and Ken are discussing this, what they want to do. So if it's an angle raise, that yellow rock just needs to get into the full 8 foot. On B, Heidi's rock they're sweeping it. This looks like it's, very nice. Got it by the guard. It'll be just at T-line. That's well done. Very nice. So Heidi's in good shape with 3 rocks in the house. And see what AJ can do here. So this could be a major swing of points here. So the call on C is for Ken Finkelstein to do an angle raise, it looks like. What they have to be careful about is it over curling and catching that red guard. I don't think that's going to happen. It looks a little heavy. But it is wide, so it could be a little frosty. Here it comes. Here it comes. It was not enough to take 2. No. So yellow will just take 1. It was a valiant effort. But that's what happens on these sheets when it's wide. It really picks up a lot of frost. So the score on C after 4 ends is now 8-1, and so that's the same score that's on A, although they're still they're in the 5th end now with their lead rocks. AJ's rock's off on B. Sweepers are just chasing it. They're not, and there's no brooms on ice, just cleaning. And that might push another yellow in the house. It does. My goodness. So Heidi's sitting 4, still with their hammer shot. He has a shot to tie this. So this is a remarkable comeback by Team Heidi here in the 4th end. They're at least going to get 4, maybe 5. I mean, those 2 yellow guards aren't close enough to hit, push in, and roll in for 6. So they're coming, it appears, on the right side, which makes sense because you can't do any damage. You can't push a red rock in and have something tragic happen. So the call here is for a draw or a tap. And if it's executed, then we will have a new game on B. So Ryan's in the hack. Broom is down. Here we are, the slide. Rock is off. Sweepers are not anywhere on it. They're just cleaning. It looks like they're going for the tap. And will it push one in? It will not. So it is 4. But we have a very different game after 4 ends now on B, where it is now 5-4. And new life has been breathed into Team Heidi. And Scott Folan's behind me, joining in, watching. So we're having some fun. There's a lot of people at the glass in the warm room, very interested in the proceedings. On sheet A, Ed's off, throwing some heavy weight, trying to clear some yellow rock out of the house, because yellow is sitting 4. And that's well executed, I have to say. It's a hit and a roll. Very nice by Ed. Very, very nice. That's going to be difficult to remove and count. So, I mean, Zakin does have 2 rocks left. His first skip rock is yet to be thrown. So, very nice guard thrown up, by the way, by Team Heidi. Very tight. You can work with that. So that's a good start to the 5th end on sheet B. We are not playing the no-tick rule. I know that in some events, USCA events, etc., they're using that. We are not using the no-tick rule here for the Golden Handle. And our event organizer, Sean Cummings, reason for that was, I play front end and I don't like that rule. So, so So the second rock is off for yellow. This one looks to be a little heavier. That will be either in or through. Looks to be it'll hang around back 8. Okay. So David Yeager's rock is off on C. Sweepers are really working this. They want to get this behind the guard. That's well judged. Very nice. That's a very nice rock. It is slightly exposed, but that's a 3 out of 4, 3.5 out of 4, if you ask me. So Monica's calling for a takeout of one of the yellow rocks in the house on the outer 12, outer 8. What do we got going on here on A? So we have, that's unfortunate, because the way that I mean, it's good for Team Simia, the way that rock rolled the yellow behind, because if it didn't do that, there was an open hit where they could have removed that red and taken 4. Now there's a jam situation there. That makes this shot quite a bit much more difficult. Team Heidi puts up a nice guard, center line, guarding their shot. So Team Heidi has designs on a steal here in the 5th end. AJ has other plans. He's calling for a draw behind. So Ken Finkelstein's calling for a draw behind the left center, kind of that center red guard, trying to split the house. Red rocks off on B, looking for that draw behind. Sweepers are not on it. AJ wants, now they are. And it looks a little bit light. Is it? No, no. That's well judged. That's a good rock. Very nice. Well done. So red is sitting 1 now. Completely buried. And the call from Ryan is for a draw. Follow that right down, really. That's the plan. Sweepers are watching this. Ryan's really, I think he wants this to really move. So they need this to curl. I don't think it's going to. As a matter of fact, yeah, it looks like it's just going to, yeah. So it's a little bit heavy. So red is still sitting 1. John Trader's rock is off on C. And he's looking to tap up their red, but that looks pretty heavy. I think he's just going to replace that rock. Yeah, effectively just switch one red for another. So yellow is still sitting 1 on C. So on A, Mark Zakin's, the last rock is now just being delivered. And sweepers are not on it yet. No, there they go now. Line was called. And needs to be a nice little run back. So it looks like maybe one yellow on A. So now, nice little takeout. So red is sitting 2 now on B. Ryan's calling for Chris to make a draw. Rock is off. Sweepers are jogging beside the rock, leaving it alone. That tells me it's probably a little bit heavy and maybe wide. It is. And it goes to the back 12. So my guess is AJ will call up a guard there and block that path. Oh, they put up 1.
Red or yellow?
Yellow put up 1. So just a little recap here. We're in the 6th end on A, and it's Simia 8, Zakin 2. On B, in the 5th end, we got Hippias with 5 and Heidi with 4. And they are still at Vice Rocks with red sitting 2. And then they haven't put the 1 score up, but it is 8-1 in the 5th end on C with Lynn currently besting Finkelstein. So there is a run back called on B. to run the red into yellow. Sweepers are on this hard. If they can execute this, this would be an excellent shot. It looks like it just caught guard. It's a bit unlucky. That would have been well executed. It just caught the red guard. A force here of 1 by Heidi would not be bad, but he really doesn't want to give up a crooked number. And right now, red is sitting 2. AJ calls for a guard. We're at skip rocks. Monica Lynn delivering her first skip rock, and the call. It looks to be a draw to put it into probably 4 foot buried. Rock is off. Sweepers are leaving this alone because it really needs to move. So they're going to play the tap back, and that will have red sitting 3, maybe 4. It's hard to tell. So red's in the catbird seat right now on C. Team Lynn on sheet A. Sheridan's rock does catch guard, so Simi is sitting 1, and then on B, we're at skip rocks. Ryan Heidi's first skip rock. He's in the hack, and the call appears to be a draw to come down to shot rock. This is a very important shot by Heidi. If he can execute this and cut this down to 1 and just give up a steal of 1, that would be optimal for him if he cannot get a steal, of course. So a little wobble on the delivery, but sweepers are not on it. Letting it go, trying to push it a little bit. Here it comes. Looks like he's going to maybe just get by. He is, but it's going to be heavy. So another yellow rock in the back of the house. So AJ will do everything he can to block that path. On sheet C, yellow is sitting 1 now. And this is last rocks for Monica. Looking just to draw in and be out counting and take 1. Sweepers are really waiting for this to move. So that is a steal of 1 for yellow. So it looks like yellow now is 8-2 after 5 ends. Yep, 8-2 after 5 ends. AJ's first skip rock he's just delivering that now on sheet B. Looking to plug that draw path on the right side. Sweepers are leaving this alone. They probably think it's a little heavy. They are on it now. And that's just fine. I would not be upset with that. So that just puts another one in. So AJ's sitting 3. Nice high center guard for Team Finkelstein. And Monica Lynn calls for a tight corner guard, maybe just come behind. With that broom, I think she wants that behind and just put stuff in the center right now. Yeah, sweepers are working this hard. And that's going to just be another center line guard. So for Team Heidi, my guess is he's looking to just cut down. The broom's very tight on the top rock in the 4-foot. I think he's hoping to just cut them down. So, and I'll be right back. Thank you, Mikey. Hope I had not come back to the mic, but I'm back now. So it looks like AJ put up a 4-spot immediately after Heidi had put up a 4-spot. So that's how you come back in sport, is to come back down. So that's on C, 2 nice draws by Finkelstein. So they're sitting 2. They are exposed, but the call is for Trader to just throw some up weight and remove some yellow. On sheet B, AJ is looking for a clean house, and he's executing that. So so that was an unfortunate miss by John. So that leaves a spot for Bucks to throw up a guard. And they're trying to claw their way back into this thing. Okay, it looks like they shook hands on A, with Team Simia victorious after 6 ends. On sheet B, AJ's looking to seal a victory, up 9-4. They're in the 6th end, and on sheet C, yellow is sitting 2 exposed, and so John Trader's looking to do what he couldn't do with his first rock, which is to do takeout. So Monica's not happy with this shot. She thinks it's wide, and I happen to agree with her. It is. Yeah, very wide. So that is it's a miss by John. So Team Finkelstein will be looking to put up a guard again. So we have Eric Sebastian and family in the house. He has not been around the club this season. With his growing family, priorities do change as we get children and family and things happen. So, but he has joined us in the warm room. So it looks like Finkelstein executes a nice guard, very high. There's a run back that looks like Monica looks like she wants to do. It is really loaded. Yeah, you just need to just hit the yellow. I don't know if you can all see that, but it is loaded. You just have to just nose that yellow, and it'll run the red right back into one of the 2 yellow rocks on the button. So.
see the shots he was making over there?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's just so much better than I am.
So so on C they remove guard, but yellow is still sitting 2. And what do we got here? We have, so yellow does not have hammer, so they really need to be careful here, because the only way they get back in this game is to steal 2, and it's there for the taking. So Ken's rock is off. There it goes. Sweepers are on it. So they must think it's a little bit light, because the line looks good. It's got to get over the hog line. That's why they jumped on it fast. 3 sweepers are on it now, and it is not going to make it over the hog line. So Monica will have a shot to probably cut down yellow to 1. I don't know that if they come down the right side, which is really all they have. It's fairly well guarded, but it looks like they're coming down the other side for an open draw. Yeah, that's the call. So the weight has to be perfect, because it has to clear a high guard and then really cut in, and it has to come all the way down to basically on the button in order to outcount. So it's not a very high percentage shot. It's there, the way the rocks are moving, but if this is executed, it'll be a round of applause, because that'll be an excellent shot. A nice throw by AJ to sit 2 in the, what are we, in the 6th end? Okay, so the shot was changed. Monica's coming down the right side, looking to chip a red in. Sweepers are on this now hard, trying to bring this in. Working very hard to get it, and it will come up short. That is a steal of 2 by yellow. So yellow's trying to claw back in here. Team Finkelstein out of Bucks County. Plucky team, hanging in there. They did not give up. So we have a much closer game. It is now 8-4 after 6. But Finkelstein's got to steal again. That's a must. So we're still playing. We're still playing. For Team Heidi, they are sitting 1 right now. They need at least 2, if not 3. So lead Carol Hay, rock is off, and that is a that might just be biting. So yes, so Monica calls for a takeout. And that will execute a takeout. Nicely done. And it will serve as a center guard.
On the nose. You go second under, second over. The whole sheet.
So Heidi is sitting 1. If he can draw down and tap that red back and move that back about 6 inches, Ryan will take 3 in the 6th. Looks like that's the call. It's just a heavy draw, back line. So let's see what Ryan Heidi's medal is. What's he made of? How will he do under pressure? Okay. Sweepers are not on this rock. They're waiting for the line call. Now they're on it. Oh, no, it's coming down. Will this push this back? It did. Very nicely done for 3 for Team Heidi. Very nice. That was well judged. The sweepers waited and waited on that one. Had they swept early, they would have swept that right pass. So that was a test of patience for them. So with 3, we have a 9-7 game after 6. Yeah, so it's just a 2-point game on sheet B after that 3. So we're scoring in bunches on B. So this is critical for Heidi to not give up a big one on this end. Even a steal would be nice. So we'll see. Katya's the lead there for Heidi. Her rock is off. And sweepers are leaving this alone. Now they're on it. So they must think it's a guard. Nice solid 2 guard. Perfectly centered on the center line for so Team Finkelstein has designs for, they're trying to set up a steal here in the 7th end, which is really imperative if they want to have any chance of pulling out a victory. So Ryan calls for a draw behind their yellow guard. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out so Mark O'Donnell, his His name tag says many beers. So I'd love to know the story behind that. It's a very high guard for Hippias there. So Heidi's going to try and draw behind all those guards. So yellow is sitting 2, wide open, but it's there for sitting 2. On sheet B, sweepers are on this rock. I don't believe it's in the house. I think it's a guard. It's a very high guard. This is going to be a race to the button on B. John Trader's rock is off on C, and he executes a takeout and sticks around because of a little bit of a jam. So yellow still sitting 1, and Ken calls for a guard, appropriately so. On B, we've got, it is a race for the button on B with all those guards up front. And that is, that opens it up a little bit. Nothing. It might have just spun back where that's in the house. So red actually has 2 in the house. 2 very wide 12-footers that Ryan's going to really ignore and try and ask his second to draw behind. He's in the hack, delivering now. Yellow rock is off on B. Sweepers are leaving it alone. Just cleaning. Looks a little bit heavy. It may grab. Very nice. Okay. So it is just beyond the tee line, right on center, well guarded. AJ will probably call to follow that down. No, he's peeling the guard. Wise move. Yep, wants to peel the center line guard. John Trader's second rock is off, looking to remove some more yellow, but that is on his own red guard. And effectively replaces the center line guard with another center line just on the other side. B's rock is off for the peel. Sweepers are not on it, and it does its job. Just clips it enough and removes the guard. So Chris will have to replace that guard, and that's the call. So Andrea's broom on C is right at the outer 8 foot. It looks like the call is maybe to draw around the guard. I mean, I think they'd really like to get a couple here on this 7th end. Chris is the sweepers are really working this hard to get this guard over, and they're trying to bring it to center line. Very nicely done. Well swept. That's a good rock by Heidi's Vice, Chris Holm. So that's an effective guard by Ken Finkelstein there, taking away the tap up, making that much more difficult. So, first vice rock for Hippia's team is off, looking to draw down to the button. Sweepers are on it, trying to hold this line so it doesn't over curl. It does not, and that's a good rock. Very nice. That will doesn't fully remove yellow. Yellow is sitting second. Red is first. Red is open, so there is an open hit and a roll underneath for Chris's second rock. Monica Lynn's first rock for red. They're looking to, that's a nice rock by Chris. No roll, but well executed. Monica's rock is off. Sweepers are really working this hard so it doesn't over curl. It's going to over curl. Hand signals out everything, unfortunately. That will run yellow. Where will that put yellow? Yellow right to the button, so now yellow's sitting 2 and guarded. That was unfortunate. Second vice rock for red is off, looking for a hit. I don't even think they care if they stick around. They just want to remove the yellow rock. It is a little bit wide and does not take yellow out, so yellow will look to guard. And they would really like to, if they can find a way to steal a couple here, they would really like that. Brian Camus is in the house. So there's some late drama developing here on both B and C. So Ken Finkelstein's last rock, he does not have hammer, but his last rock, they're either looking to draw behind, which would not be a bad play actually if they could get behind all these and get right to the forefoot and try and really put some pressure. So let's see what happens here. Rock is off. Sweepers are leaving it. They're cleaning. Now they're on it. Looks a little bit wide, but there is a lot of late movement on these rocks. Okay, fine guard. Yep, that works well. That is not loaded if Monica was to hit that, which I don't think there's access to that anyway. That would just send red right through the house. So they're going to work the other side for an open draw against 2. Ryan Heidi's first rock is off on B. And Sweepers are leaving this alone. They probably think it's hot, and it is definitely hot. So they're going to replace yellow for yellow and slightly more to the center line, but not by much. So Ryan cannot be happy with that. I don't think that was what he wanted at all. Last rock is off here on C. Sweepers are on it almost immediately past the hog line, working this very hard. Line looks very good, just past guard, and that is going to come all the way down. That is an excellent shot, really, really well executed, and that is 1 yellow, so a seal of 1, but that cuts down from 2 to 1, so my guess is that she's probably happy with that because now it is 8-5. So red has hammer and is up by 3 in the 8th end. So we have on B, we have yellow sitting 2 without hammer. The call looks like AJ would love to hit and roll underneath, guarded. So that looks like that's the call. First rock is off for Team Finkelstein. They're really, well, they need to get this over. That was very close to being hogged, but they did get a center line guard. AJ's rock is off. I don't have a good angle at it. That is wide. No, just chips. And actually pushes yellow underneath, farther underneath guard. So Ryan Heidi's going to look to guard, and he may look to just put it full 12. I would. Still guarding, where if AJ was to nose it, he can't score. But if he just puts it just out counting those 2 reds, why not? Look to take 3. So second yellow is off on C. That's going to come up as another guard. So 2 nice center guards for yellow. Well done. High and low. Let's see if Ryan learned anything from his first rock that was heavy. See if he can put up a guard. Rock is off. Still looks heavy. Yeah, sweepers are now on it, so maybe they disagree. They're going to bring this all the way down. Yep, just out counting. Yeah, leave it high. It's buried too. That's nicely done. So yellow sits 3. There's a lot of pressure on AJ at this point because if he doesn't execute, he now has hammer in the 8th with a down 1. That's not a bad position for Ryan. So. First rock is off for a second. That's unfortunately probably going to, because it's going to catch. It caught the guard, center line guard, and just gets over the hog line. So we have 3 yellow guards on C, and Monica wants to peel, clear open. So AJ's going to have to throw a heavy draw. Shot is there. So not exactly a peel. So Ken's going to call for yellow to draw in behind. Now that he has some guards, start using them. The call for sheet B looks like a straight draw to come down to that yellow on the top 4 foot. It's a critical shot right here for AJ. Game is in the balance here. So that is through the house for yellow. All right, so AJ's rock is off. Sweepers are on it early. Really trying to keep this. It's by. So it looks like AJ cuts it down to just a steal of 1. And they're shaking. Oh, that must have been just the last end then. They must have not beaten the clock. So that's the only thing I can figure, because otherwise it's 7-6. So it was a valiant effort by Heidi and a nice under pressure shot by AJ to cut that down. So, and that barely made it by that guard, yellow guard. If it caught that, that is a win by Heidi. So yellow's looking to come down on C. It's our last remaining game. Looks like there's just a catch and a roll. So yellow they did not get both in, just the one. Oh, watch those hacks, guys. Watch the hack. Very good. Nice catch. Sorry for the radio silence. So John Trader's rock is off, looking to do a take out of yellow. Nice weight. Good line. Well done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yellow's almost out of rocks. So yellow needs to put this in the house. So this on rock is off. Sweepers are letting this finish. And that's a nice, oh, very nice rock. Really well executed. So yellow is still in this. Red needs to do something. Remove one yellow, and then that mathematically that will do it. Trader's rock is off. Sweepers are leaving it alone. Now they're on it. Trying to bring this right down. Line looks really good. And it looks like sweepers are off now. And yeah, just ticks it and rolls to the back 12. So Finkelstein is on life support, but he is alive. So each yellow rock needs to be in and counting. So they're discussing strategy. So there's a lot of discussion about what to do. They're putting the broom everywhere. Who knows? I guess we'll wait and find out. We'll be surprised together, folks. So I think what Ken wants to put it buried somewhere so that it's not an open hit. And so that's the play here, is to be above tee line, buried behind those guards on the left side of the house. So broom placement's right on the edge of the button. So the weight really needs to be right. So if they execute this, it'll be buried, sitting 2, and so Monica will have a little bit of work to do. Ken's in the hack and delivering the rock. It is off. Okay, just cleaning. Really needs to move. Here it comes now. Right at center line, just coming across, but so that's going to come probably right down to that red in the back. But that will stay there, so there's a potential for a jam. So Monica really wants to remove this rock. So the weight was fine. I mean, I'm not sure Ken wanted it to be that heavy, but because he didn't remove the red in the back, that makes removing the yellow a little more difficult. So Monica's rock is off. Sweepers are leaving it alone. The weight looks very nice. Should allow the rock to move. Now they're sweeping it. Yeah, it's a good rock. Very nice. Yeah, well done. Yeah, that's going to be difficult to chip that out and leave the yellow rock there. That's difficult, so that was well done. That puts a lot of pressure on Ken. Now Ken just needs to score 3 to tie. So this is his last rock, so if he just noses red and pushes back, that won't do any good. He's got to remove red and leave his yellow there. Very difficult shot. His rock is off. Sweepers are leaving it alone. They really wanted to move. And so, all right. So that was a good game. And they clearly all know each other. But so hugs all around. They're happy. Good game. All the way to the 8th end. So well played. So it is dinner time here in the warm room. So we're going to bid you adieu. We have another, I think it's 6:30. We have another draw. So join us then.